tutorial you can have is click on that right there, and it'll take you to Sullivan's Discord, and you can go in there, and they've got all kinds of videos and shit in there. So they just recently put that link in there to the Discord. So they have a Discord channel set up specifically for the app. I just closed the damn thing down. So I went on there last night, but I didn't talk to him or anything while I was in there because I wasn't sure if I didn't know that he had released it to the public. So good.
Yeah, I don't know how Stacy got it, but she gave it to me, and then I know he's answered questions from Loman and had said that if anybody had questions, just to DM him. So
yep. So if you do have questions, I guess you could just click on that Discord, just go in there. You can ask him or Sullivan right in there. Sullivan's actually the one that built all this stuff with the assistance of Sid. So anyway, that's a good feature that they just added to it.
Who is Sullivan? What's his game name?
Sullivan M. He used to play all the time with French Family. Now he's with French, like their retirement club or something, French Gold, I think is what the name of it is. But he was with French Family.
He was one of the original French.
Yeah. He's in, and like I say, he just messes around in French Gold now. Doesn't play a whole lot. So the differences with this app, and obviously Banger's app, or the guide for UG. Oh, also, I wanted to mention, because Jeffro was asking about the rollout. One of the updates that they just recently did, and if you go on that Discord, he talks about it. They just did some adjustments to the rollout on a lot of the clubs. So I don't even know how this is going to work for me, because I got used to the way the rollout was before. So apparently they adjusted something with some of the rollout on some of the clubs. So hopefully it doesn't affect me too much. But so the difference with this app and the other ones is, first you count your rings to max and put your mile per hour in there, and the direction is coming from. They use a clock face. The clock face is up there. They reverse the clock face so that wherever the arrow is pointed to, that's the number. So that's 6 o'clock, even though it's 12 o'clock at the bottom. It's pointed at 6 o'clock, not 12 o'clock. So it's coming from. It's a direction the wind is coming from, which is 6 o'clock. So next you put your rings to pin, which was 3. So instead of inputting your total rings from max, you're inputting your rings from max to the pin. So that's what RTP is, rings to pin. Okay. And then you input your shot view. I always play, or majority of the time I play 2 rings of shot view. I just like it that way. And then the first number below those, where you have the rollout, that's approximately the number of rings the ball is going to roll out to. And then the one below that, 2.48, that's your pull. So from there, you just have to adjust based off of the green and the pull, if it's going down a slope or up a slope, and you guys know all that. So those are your basic numbers that you're going to start working with. So a little over 3 rings of rollout and 2.48 pull. So I just told you guys I like to work with 3 rings of, or 2 rings of shot view, but in this case I don't, because of where I'm pulling to. Because I'm going to pull off the green, I want to minimize that as much as possible. So I'm going to do 1.5 rings of rollout, or 1.5 rings of shot view, which is going to reduce it down to 2.3. So, and give me a little bit more room for that pole where I'm not pulling so far
So,
off the green.
can I ask a question?
Yep.
So, you're reading the shot view, you're telling it, you're not trying to do a side view and see what the arc of it is?
No, you can do it however you want, but I decide what I want to see for shot view, and then I set up the hole, because this is going to be, that was 2.3. Rollout is 2.3. So I'm going to set the hole up at 2.3, and then I'm going to set the shot view at 1.5. And it's all on how you like to play. I mean, some people like to play full backspin. If you did that, then you've got about one ring of shot view,
Right.
and then your rollout's going to be about 1.5
Okay.
rings.
Okay. That makes sense.
But
No,
I
I
just
I don't like that. I don't, one ring is just it's too hard to predict how it's going to roll out
right,
for me.
it bounces instead of rolls, and that's why I don't like to use it. I really don't like to use 1.5 either, because of that same reason. But because of where I'm pulling to, I'm going to do it here. See how that drops off of the green there? And it's got a pretty severe slope when it drops off that green. That's gonna affect the shot quite a bit. And it's about level coming off the fairway to the green. But because I'm dropping off of that, dropping down, I'm gonna set that up a hell of a lot closer than what I would. So that's what I'm saying. It gives you the starting point, but that's not you still got to make your adjustments for everything that you see. So even though that the guy is telling me it's 2.3 rollout, it's an uphill slope on the green. You see from where my landing point is to the flag, there's an uphill slope there. Plus I'm pulling off of a slope off the green. So for those reasons, I'm setting up a lot closer. See exactly where I'm set up here. So that's about 2.2. I'm going to go just a tad closer than that. I hate to come up short. And the pole is 2.5. Also, with this app, I have found that you do not pull through the center. And maybe somebody else on here might chime in and say, well, they've been doing it and it's worked just fine or whatever. I did it for a long time, pulled through the center. And when Banger's app came out, I found out that the numbers on this app are about 0.1 stronger. In other words, with this pull right here is 2.5. Banger's app would probably be 2.4, but he pulls through the center. And that white ring in the center is a little bit larger than the other rings. So that's where he's making up the difference.
Hey,
So
Hammer,
yep,
do you have to switch screens to get to that app, or does it overlay on top of your game?
it overlays.
Oh,
I'm
that's
on
nice.
I'm on an S8 tablet. So I just when I went on that Discord last night, Sullivan has a tutorial in there on how to put this up, where it has this little
Icon.
round thing here, the little icon where you can just touch it and it comes up, and then you just
Nice.
slide it over and it goes away.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet because I've been having to switch out and switch back and forth.
Yeah, if you're on an Android, you should be able to do that. I'm not sure how it works on Apple. I don't play tournaments on my Apple phone.
I've got an iPad. I would imagine it's the same as any tablet. I would guess.
Right. Well, no, Apple runs a lot different than Android with overlays and whatever. That's why you can't do grids and. So we'll see what happens here.
I'm afraid this one's going to be hot.
I haven't played any today, so I'll probably be a little rusty starting out. See, and I was still short when I set that up. And again, that was because of the downhill slope and the slope of the green going into the hole. It had nothing to do with the 2.3 rollout. That would be fine if I was on a perfectly flat green.
Yeah, because if you would have gone with 2.3, you would have been way short.
Right, but that's because of the slope, and that wasn't because of the app. I don't like to miss the first one.
And what course is this?
This is Bay Hill. This is the UP tournament. Come on. Try to speed this up a little bit. So I want to show you guys a few other key things that you need to know that with some really cool features that you got to know about. You'll play with it for a while and you'll never even know they're there. Crosswind this time. So one ring for max, and I'm going to set up 1.5 rings shot view, which is going to roll out about 2. I'm going to set it right there for now. 2.5. This time it's coming from 9.2. And 1. My shot view, I'm going to set it 1.5 again. The rollout's 1.9. Oh. Set that a little closer this time. But because I'm not pulling off of that green this time, see, it's not going to affect it as much. Last time I pulled straight down that hill. This is one of the reasons I don't like to, you know what? Because I'm pulling sideways, I'm going to go to. It's so damn hard to see the shot view at 1.5 and measure it. It's one of the reasons I don't like to do it. So the rollout will be 2.5 and my pulls are setting at 2.25. See, with 2 rings, when I bring this out there, you can see the damn thing, and you can see where it's coming in at. So the way somebody asked me this the other day, you want to measure it to where you see the ball guide coming to, not to where you see the ending. It's like my actually download to. So you want to measure where line to see. I don't know if I want to give it a little bit for the wing or not. Y'all still there?
Oh yeah.
Okay, sorry about all that commotion.
No, you're fine.
Grandson's going to take a bath. And apparently he doesn't want to.
Oh, go figure.
All right. It's either going to go or we're going to move on. So I ain't gonna wait. That's a good one. Come on, bitch. Ah,
Oh,
God, I hate freaking moving. But I gotta go. Gotta go with this anyway. It is what it is.
yeah. I had to do the same thing today. I had 3 899s and a 900 on this course.
Yeah, I think I forgot to set up the distance for it to roll out because I had all that shit going on. Damn it. Not easy to concentrate with all that ruckus going on.
I love this club. The
I
Holy
do
Driver.
well with it.
My
I
par
really do
3
that well
baby.
with it. So that's 10,
It is the greatest.
15, 17. 17 to the pin. Go with 3, it'll be close enough. 3 rings of shot view.
So on the shot view, do you count the rollout too?
No, you just count what you can see.
But I mean, even after the first bounce, like on that and Rattler, if it bounces and then you can see another 0.8. Do you add that 0.8?
Well, like with this one here, you can see it's
So
coming
you're
to
at 3. You call that a
3.
3 shot view.
Yes.
Okay,
It's actually a little bit more, but
not where the first bounce is.
not right here. No, not this. No, you're
Okay.
counting it all the way to here where you can see it.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So Hammer, I put it on the Z file. I came up with 2.36. I'm curious if you're going to come up with the same.
Oh, okay. So one of the features on here, if you're just using max clubs, you just click that, and then only your max clubs come up. If you have some non-max clubs, but they're almost maxed, then you have a few other options here. So I can use this app with my other account, even though I don't have max clubs, because they still fit within some of these other ones. Like Lightning Rod is 5 and 6. You got Hellfire 5 and 6. Spectre 7 down here. Where if you just have max clubs, you just hit that thing right there. And we're going with Holy Driver 2.6. I think I was 17 to the pin, 17 rings to the pin. And my, oops, that's the direction of wind is, we'll go with 10 o'clock. And rings to the pin was 17. And shot view is 3. It's actually about 3.2. So I'm going to just go ahead and put that in there. So rollout is 3. Is that what you said? Is that what you got?
My rollout numbers are terrible on Z File, but my pull was 2.36.
Okay, so pretty close.
What do you have? I can't see it.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2.33.
Okay.
Is it blurry? Is my stream blurry?
No, I'm old and I can't see real good on my phone.
Oh, okay. It sucks to be old. I wish I wasn't.
That's why I play on the tablet mostly.
Yeah.
Because I can see.
So the where they got these numbers was a Z file. They just took the Z file and made an app out of it. So I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, well, that's where I put the numbers in, and I came up with something a little different than you.
They're all the same numbers, but they have made some improvements. I don't know if you were on the stream earlier, but I was looking in their Discord last night, and they've done some adjustments to the rollout numbers, and they may have made some other adjustments to the poll numbers too. I don't know, because when I left Goodfellows, I kind of lost touch with them over there.
Hey, Hammer, how did you like those guys?
I had a good time over there. I enjoyed it, but we all left together, and then that group left me behind when they went to whiskey business. So originally, me and Grip went there together from Arnie's Army, and then we met up with Bolak and Brad B and Wonka and Showtime Mike, and we all got to be, get to know each other pretty well. And then just some stuff happened that we didn't like, and me and Grip had gone to over here to the dudes, and we got a hold of Bolak and said, hey, why don't you guys come over here? And they did, and then they all decided to leave and left me behind. They did ask me to come over there, but I told them I didn't want to play with them guys. I don't care for some of those people over there. All right, so 2.33. I don't know what you guys think of them, but I think they're a bunch of arrogant cunts.
Well, damn, finally. They were worshipped in Bourbon Warfare, and it made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Well, the one guy's really bad, Snipey. I mean, I don't like that guy.
No, that's what that was what started me on the out at BW. Is I made a statement. I don't care what y'all think. That guy's a complete fucking a-hole. And Swamp Fox and Stacy took exception to that. But I was like, no, I don't care. The guy's just a jerk. And I know he's a. There you go.
Nice shot.
I know he's an awesome player, but he ain't the best.
No, it doesn't matter how good a player you are. You know, you don't. You should be an ambassador of the game if you're going to be in that club, and you should promote the game and assist other players in learning it. You know, and that's not their thing.
Hey, Hammer, did you set up with the tip of the shot view right in the hole, or did you leave it short?
No, I took it to the hole because there was a little bit of a headwind. If it was a total cross, I would have given it a little bit short. Even though Holy Driver is 100% shot view, it rolls out a little bit more than that typically. But that hole is a little bit uphill slope, and I had just a little bit of a headwind, so I put it in the hole.
Okay.
So somebody asked me, I'm going to change my driver back. Somebody asked the difference between this and this. So if you touch where it says switch to Club Pro mode, it switches to this. And then if you switch to rollout mode, it goes back to the rollout mode. So where you would use this is if you're you just want to play a quick round. You don't want to mess with all the numbers for rollout, all that other stuff. I use it sometimes if I'm just doing a D1 round. I just, you just want to quickly run through a freaking tournament. You throw it into pro mode, which is this right here. So it doesn't give you all the other stuff. It assumes that you're good enough that you can figure that out on your own. The other place that you would use it is if you need to make a precise drive, because you can't count rings to pin and all that other shit. So like with this drive right here, I would stick 3 miles an hour in there, and it's coming from about 11 o'clock. And my pull would be about 2.9. So if I wanted to make a precise shot, I wanted to make damn sure I was going to land right at that spot. There's sometimes where you got to hit a hot spot or something like that, right? So that's where you would use that.
Okay, cool.
Or the cart path.
Yeah, anytime you have to make a precise shot with your driver, and you don't know all those other numbers. You can't count rings to pin, and you can't count shot view and all that other stuff. The other time you would use it is if you're hitting like a long hellfire shot or something like that, where you've got that long freaking shot view and a long rollout. You don't have those other numbers, so you would use that pro mode.
Okay, cool.
It looks like I lost the app, but we'll get it back here in a minute.
Because I've only been using it for about 2 months, so.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to show you guys some of the other features that you may or may not even know that are there. I'm going to go back and get it. Why it disappeared on me. Hopefully I got the Bigfoot range. Yeah, it's good. So this is a good example also. So on this shot, see, I can't get to the pin. So what do?
Well, now you're
How do you-
negative.
Right, exactly. You got it. So you put your 2.9 in there. It's coming from 8 o'clock, and I'm negative 1 ring. With my shot view, I'm going to set it up at 2. That's
Well,
again,
For me, this will all be the same as Z file. That's all the same stuff I do on there.
that's right. Yep. It's just, to me, it's once you get used to this, it's easier to input the numbers in, and it's easier to use than the Z file. But it's basically the same thing as the Z file. It's just in a different format. So roll out 2.8 and I'll pulls 2.6. So what I touched it, freaking made it close out, but whatever. We'll get back in a minute. Fuck. It's working really slow tonight. So it's 2.8. So again, I count it to where I think the shot guide is going to hit the green. Okay, not where, again, if you look at the shot guide, it looks like it ends right here.
Right.
But if you trace it to where it's going to land, it's going to come out to 2 rings. So I trace it down to the ground, and that's what I count as 2 rings.
Okay, because I would have called that like 1-7 or something.
Right. And again, it's all on how the way you learn how to use it is the way it's going to work. If you counted that as 1-7, then you would start developing a tendency to set up your hole in a different location, probably to compensate for it. So there should be about a 2.8 rollout. But it looks like it's relatively level where it's going to roll, but I'm going to pull down a slope, I believe. Maybe not too much. And it's pretty level from the fairway. I'm just going to go with it right where it is. See what happens. It feels like I'm pulling down a slope, but it didn't look like there was much there. So 2.6. That's really the hardest part of this game, is reading all that shit. The slopes and the elevations and So again, I've started pulling straight with this because I used to pull through the middle and it didn't work as well. I was always pulling too much. It's a good shot. Come on. Ah, damn it.
Oh,
I have no idea why that.
That's twice that exact thing.
Yeah, you know what it is I'm pushing that shot view out too far when I'm counting it to 2. I'm pushing it out a little bit too far. I have to adjust for it. Like I said, I haven't played yet today, so you have to really kind of develop a feel for reading that shot view for the, obviously the rollout's going to be different if you don't get that shot view number right. The rollout number is not going to be right. Right on this course, the front 9 tends to roll out more than the back 9. The back 9 wants to check up on you. So there's another example of where you would use that other mode. See, because you got this long ass shot coming in here. First, I gotta back it up. Give me room to pull. I'm gonna back up. 2.5 rings will be enough. This shot should be shot view right about in the hole. It's hard to judge the side spin now. Typically it'll spin a little bit more. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it on the right side of the hole because it's gonna continue to spin that way, I think. So here's another example where you would use that other mode. We go here, plug in your 3 mile an hour wind from about 11 o'clock. And my pull's about 2.8.
okay, cool.
Because you don't have all those other numbers.
Right, exactly.
So you would just use this mode, and that gives you your pull.
Okay, cool.
2.8. Pulling up a slope. All right, pull it a little bit more. Just because I'm coming up that slope. And I'm coming up the hill. See where that flag is? It's almost touching that red line. So it's an uphill shot. So I give it a little bit of this. See if that helps. That's a pretty hard shot anyway. Chances of making it about slim. It didn't spin over. I thought it would keep spinning. I have a hard time with it. I'm sure everybody does, but I have a hard time with them where they roll out like that.
You know, for me, Hammer, more often than not, I run long. I'm never short on them.
Yeah. Well, I always try to err on the side of being long because if it doesn't make it to the hole, it's not going to go in the hole. I'm damn sure. So. All right. Let me make a freaking shot here, I guess. When I get over that trap. I'm good. All right, come up short. Don't go
Yeah,
in
no
there.
doubt.
All right. Blue rat. Well, okay. I have a hard time with speed. I'm kind of slow, so sometimes I miss these just because I missed the ultimate shot. Yep, that one's gone. That pisses me off. Concentration's a little bit off. So. You have to give me a break, guys. Come on now.
It's
I
never
don't
easy
always suck.
playing when you're talking and teaching and streaming and all that.
I don't always suck this bad. Make sure those pins get off of there. Hoping to get a lightning rod in there, but it won't make it. 3 rings to the pin. Not 2 rings to shot pin. Twelve and a half. Coming from about 12 and a half. Rings to pin was 3, right? 2. The rollout's going to be around 2 and holes 2.8. So for me with Hellfire seems to roll out a little bit more than
Yes.
unless they've done something to the numbers. Like I said, this is the first time I played with this since he said he fixed the numbers or tweaked the numbers, but Hellfire seems to roll out a little bit more than what that number says. I'll always allow a little bit. For it. Let me make another drop. I ain't gonna drop in a minute. We're gonna go with that. That looks good. 4.8.
There you go.
Roundabout, but it made it, got it in there. So that even came in a little bit fast, even though I gave it about 0.2 extra. So like I say, when you're using Hellfire, just give it, just be mindful of that. Give it a little bit extra room. One, about 5. You're 7, about 3, 2. That was 1, and 5. That's 6, 6, 9 pull. I don't worry too much about the rollout on lightning rod. What I like to do with lightning rod is put 1 bar of forward spin on there. I can straighten out my guide. The 1 bar of forward spin and then set it up to the hole. And then take that spin off. 6, 9. That's probably my release. Let it go on great right. I am not. Looks like Jeffro gonna beat me here. What Jeffro get? Oh, Jeffro, you messed up, boy. What the hell? Must have played it with D1s. Still on here? Yeah, still there. Maybe he did basic balls. Who knows?
Hammer,
Uh,
I appreciate the tutorial, but my kids are blowing me up on the text.
all right.
I got to head out, man. I'm definitely going to hit you up because I learned a couple things tonight I didn't know. I appreciate that.
Yep, no problem. Yeah, if you just want to do it one on one or whatever, if you want to stream and I'll watch you and talk you through some shit, that's fine.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. Take
All
care.
right, man. I'll talk to y'all later.
I'm not sure who that was, but
I'm Red Cloud.
okay. Was that you that we just talking about leaving?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how the hell to get rid of it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I just found it, man. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, take care, bud. Well, I didn't hit that one quite right. That sucks. I'll have to pull off that damn. I feel like screwing with it. This wasn't the best setup off the fairway. Well, at -3-2. I should probably do a lightning rod, but I won't pull that far off the freaking green. 4.5. -3-2. Shot view, I think I said it about 2-2. Yeah, that'd be about right. Goal's gonna be 2.28. I'm not gonna screw with this. I'm just gonna freaking play it.
Nice shot.
Look out. I took it just a hair off the pole. I didn't say it, but I didn't talk about it. But when I pulled down that hill, I didn't pull all the way to 2.8. I pulled to about 2.4, 2.5. I took a little bit off it. But I was pulling down that little. Get in between clubs here again. I like these little headwind shots like this. So at 5 rings, and you set up at 2 rings, it's going to roll out right at about 2.2. Usually an easy drop. I'll make myself into a liar here. 2.9. And it's coming from 1 o'clock. And it was 5 rings to the pin. And I'm going to set up the shot view at 2. 2.24 and 2.57 pull. So I'm going to pull probably a little bit more than that because I'm pulling up the slope. But the rollout should be just about 2.2. Bounce it off the pin this time. That's twice. There's 2 times I've gave it a little bit too much. So I've been talking to you guys about tracing that line down, that shot view line down to the where it's touching right in here. I've been actually giving it a little bit too much. But again, I don't like to come up short, but see, what you can see ends about right where my vertical line is, about right here. So if you trace it down to the ground, it's coming in right at about 2 rings. So I'm not going to give it a little bit of extra this time that I did on the past ones. 2.57. And this shot is relatively level. So those ones are pretty easy to set up. Well, I didn't do too bad. I got a 15 on it. Not going to catch the top guys, but that's all right. Because I bounced those 2 off the damn pin. I think this is drivable, isn't it? Pin it up. See if we can get down here and do a hive shot. Somebody was talking about this shot earlier on the Discord. I got a good wind, so it should miss the bunker. So I want it to land about here. So this is another time where you would use that pro mode 14.8 coming from, we'll just say 7 o'clock. So the pole is about 11 or 12. I'm going to go with 12 just because it's probably a little bit more. So come in here. Five, 10, 12. Oops. What am I doing? And then push it straight back up the fairway. What the hell? That should be good. I don't even think I need to overpower this. That wind. Maybe I give it a little bit. Probably roll off the back of the green. What a dumbass. I didn't need that side spin, I guess. Now I'll probably miss it again. I hate it when that. Okay. When that disappears like that, it means you got like a severe uphill shot. But since it's in the circle before it disappears, I think it'll be okay. All right. Screw this up. Boom, boom, boom. Left a little bit. Woo. Five and 2.9.
All right, Hammer, I got to hit the sack, man. Thanks, though.
All right. Yeah, no problem. Let me know if you need anything. 5-4. Shot view, we're gonna set it to 2.8 rollout and about a 2.5 pull. Going left or right to left. We'll set up the right side of the hole. I think ball guide at about 2. And the rollout should be about 2.8 with a little bit of right to left brake it right at the hole. And pretty flat shot. Like I'm pulling lightly up a slope there. Yeah. So I'm going to give it a little extra. It says 2.47. I'm going to go 2.5. See if that'll do it. Disappointing.